Usually when election predictions are made, there are a lot of factors that are talked about by psephologists, by experts, caste combinations, anti-incumbency, polarization. But the BJP has election after election shown that all of these factors can be blown out of the water. Now, I don't know what the secret sauce is, but I'm talking to you at about 11 a.m. on counting day, 10th of March, and really the story is pretty much over by this time. So the exit polls predicted that the BJP would win fairly comfortably in Uttar Pradesh, and they seem to be, according to the leads, they predicted that in Punjab, Aam Aadmi Party would win, but Aam Aadmi Party is sweeping out its competitors in Punjab. It was supposed to be a close fight in Goa and Uttarakhand. As of now, it's looking like the BJP is ahead. So really, what is that formula which allows the leading party, the National Party, to be immune against things like high inflation, unemployment? They don't seem to be an issue. There was a year-long farmers' protest on the borders which was supposed to impact Punjab and Western UP. It hasn't really made a dent for the BJP. Now, what am I talking about? Let me just show you the numbers. And, you know, I always look at the Election Commission website because obviously it's the most authentic. It's a bit slow compared to the others, but look at it. So they are showing us right now, and this is the state of Uttar Pradesh, that page that I've opened, 389 out of 403. It's pretty much enough to tell you the entire story. Let me come to the vote share picture because that's really where the story always is. The BJP, saffron, 42.2% of a vote share. Now, remember, Uttar Pradesh is a state which has not seen the same government coming back in over 30 years. It's a tough state to beat. It's also a state which has a lot of caste combinations, throws up fractured mandates. There is no fractured mandate here. So this election result, if the leads bear out, and it's likely they will, is a huge thumbs up for not just the BJP, but for Yogi Adityanath, who's the Chief Minister. Remember, Yogi Adityanath did not fight the last election as a Chief Ministerial candidate. He was made Chief Minister after the results, and the BJP won about 300 plus, 312 seats in 2017. So he has now led that state through pandemic, through a bad phase in economic development, where things like berozgari are huge issues, unemployment, but he seems to have maintained the popular vote. Now, there will be a lot of debates whether it was the Yogi magic, whether it was the Modi magic, whether it was double engine ki sarkar, the Yogi and Modi sort of combination, and we'll have to wait and see what's happening. I just want to focus on what's happening with Samajwadi Party. And even if I count its allies, the Samajwadi Party has made it to triple digits as of now. They're woefully short of the 202 mark that is required to really make this election. The story over here for Akhilesh Yadav and for all of the opposition parties are that was that vote split? Was it a fractured mandate? Now, many journalists reported that from the ground, Akhilesh Yadav's rallies were very well attended. He seemed popular. But at the end of the day, the whole BJP machinery, election machinery, which includes booth management, which includes getting your voters out on voting day, all of that seemed to have worked in their favor. So that's a bit about UP. But, you know, I have to talk to you about Punjab because Punjab is the story of the day. It is where I would say history has been written. Look at this whole green, which is overtaking this arc. And that's the 117 seats of Punjab. Aam Aadmi Party. Now, Aam Aadmi Party rushed into power in Delhi, the first election that they won in 2015. So, Aam Aadmi Party doesn't just win, it basically blasts the opposition out of the whole arena, and that's what they've done in Punjab that time. But that Aam Aadmi Party and today's Aam Aadmi Party is a very different creature. That had a larger number of people in it. Today is basically Arvind Kejriwal's party, and Punjab was maybe, the situation was there where people wanted a change because Congress was there leading, then they chucked out Amrinder Singh, then they got in Mr. Channi, but Navjot Singh Sidhu kept fighting with Mr. Channi. There was all of that infighting. BJP is not a contender ever in Punjab, so let's put that out of the window. But Shiromani Akali Dal, who was leading Punjab before this, has come off quite poorly. 8 seats so far. These are trends, so this could change, this number could change, but not massively. Congress, which had won last time, is 15. You know, any party needs about 59 to win and form the government. They have 88. That's how well they have done in Punjab. So the headline story coming out of Punjab is going to be the emergence of another non-BJP party. So in all of these elections, you have BJP winning probably in 4 out of 5 states. We still have to wait for the final results. And Aadmi party smashing it in Punjab. Congress, nowhere. And that really is the big story. Let me look at Goa, because this was, I think, one of the best hopes. So I've got Manipur here. Let me look at Goa, because this was one of the best hopes for the Congress. There's a BJP government there. Pramod Sawant, the chief minister, was not expected to be, very popular. But he seems like, the BJP seems like they might just pull it off. They are 18 right now. They need 21 to win. The Congress is at 11. And even if I look at all of the other parties, MGP, if they can make any kind of dent with 4, even all of the others, it looks like a very tight fight. We'll have to wait and see whether there is, sent to luxury resorts yesterday, whether they need to stay put there so that no one poaches them, or they will be sent home, that no one is now poaching you, please go home. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in Goa. But essentially, the BJP looks fairly comfortably placed in Goa as well, where they were not supposed to be a popular choice. So that is some food for thought. Let me look at Uttarakhand. And Uttarakhand is actually an interesting story. It's again one of those flip-flop states. So they don't repeat a party. It's BJP one term, Congress one term, that kind of a scenario. They won last time. The BJP won last time. And as per those, election patterns, they should have lost this time. That's why they thought it was going to be, exit polls said there's going to be a split vote. 70 is the total number of seats. They need 36. They are at 44 right now. Remember, this is a party that has changed 3 chief ministers in this term. They felt that one was unpopular. They've changed them. The Congress had a fighting chance here, but they're at 22. They've just really looking very far out from forming a government here. Manipur, and everyone says the Northeast gets, completely sidelined when we're talking about elections. We must talk about Manipur. Here, the BJP is doing really much better than expected. Their allies are also doing pretty decently right now. So we will have to wait and see. But so far, it looks like the BJP will make it in Manipur as well. A 38% vote share in a state which was 5 years ago virgin territory for the BJP. The BJP has traditionally never been a strong Northeast party. They're changing tack over there. They're changing the way Indians vote. Now, let's talk about why. What is it that is making the BJP popular? Some would say, yes, there was some amount of polarization in Uttar Pradesh, but towards the last few phases, they stopped talking about it. There is a trend, and we'll have to wait and see the post-poll data of women voters really changing the situation. Did women voters come out and vote strongly for the BJP? Did their welfare schemes that they kept talking about, Jan Dhan accounts, sending money directly to people who need it, free gas cylinders, free ration during the pandemic. I mean, if a party comes back to power like this after 2 years of a pandemic, it says that they've done something that has worked with voters. Whatever your view may be, everyone will have to accept that they've done something that is working with voters. What really is that is something that their rivals need to look at very carefully, because if this is the semi-final for 2024, the next general election, well, the BJP is then streets ahead.